Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of One Piece anime episode 754. And this one was incredible, full of content. The animation was way above normal for One Piece, and honestly I am just hype as all hell for Zoe and for Carrot. We Rabbit Boys for life. Even after life, we will have Rabbit Boys on the gravestone. She's growing to be one of my favorite characters in One Piece. Just from the manga, so anime, super excited to see Carrot. Yeah, so that was weirdly off topic, but when we start out, we get a kind of long recap, but honestly, it wasn't bad. It was recap of last episode, which was a really good episode, so I don't know, it didn't get in the way of anything, and it certainly didn't get in the way of us having content this episode, because we got so much. But basically we start off seeing Luffy, we build some hype for Pedro, watching him from the treetops, we build some hype for Rhodey and BB approaching him, and we get to see them a little bit more later. We cut back to Wanda showing up where the rest of the Straw Hats and Law is at, and talking about the intruder and getting Carrot, and the Carrot jumping scene is one that from the manga, I didn't really expect them to do that much with it. I thought it would just be a normal scene or whatever, but it looked amazing. Once again, for One Piece, that's movie level quality animation. The jump scene was just friggin' beautiful. I loved it so much. So we got that, and we got a good look at the country. Carrot said they're on the other side of Kudao City, so we see that that's the name of the huge city right there. And the rest of the Straw Hats investigate it later, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So they run off, but not before Wanda says a comment like, go to the right flank town or fort or whatever, and once you go there, then you will find your friends' corpses. So again, building the mystery, what the hell happened, and yeah, honestly, the mystery was built very well. The only thing that messes it up is something that Toei keeps doing, spoiling things, spoiling pretty much the whole next episode in the promo for next episode. Because in the promo, we do see Nami and Chopper just reuniting with them, and it's we had this really good mystery going on. It's interesting to note we don't see Sanji and Brook. But we had this good mystery going on. They were holding back some information, and then you spoil it in the promo. I just don't even get the point. But we stick a little while, and also Carrot looking very nice, and also her voice actor. I had wrote in my notes around here that her voice actor's doing an amazing job. I was scared that the voice actress to play Carrot would have just an annoying high-pitched voice, but they did really well, and I said it a few weeks back when I found out that the same voice actress that voiced Satin Ruiko was going to be voicing Carrot for One Piece. I was I know she's going to do a great job with it, and it's turned out really well. I love the voice. Wanda's voice actress also alright. Pedro's voice actor sounded amazing. I am really hyped for Pedro's voice actor. Also, Rhodey and BB were badass. Just getting sidetracked by saying general stuff or about thoughts about it, but the next part we do stick with Law and the Straw Hats for a little bit, where they talk back and forth about what she could have meant and what their next move is going to be. We find out that Law actually has Beppo's Beaver card, and he says that Beppo is actually a mink and is from Zoe, but he left it when he was a small child. And when brought up whether they could trust Beppo or not, Law says, we can trust him. I've known him for a decade. So it's really cool to see that Law has that sort of trust in his crew, even though he said, I didn't really plan to see my crew again, because he was planning to take down Doflamingo or die trying, and he kind of expected to die trying. And speaking of Doflamingo, I laughed because as soon as I saw the first little bit of that Roddy and Luffy fight, I was when Luffy versus Roddy has way better animation than Luffy versus Doflamingo. It looked really beautiful, and it was a really good fight. It was awesome seeing Luffy fight without using Gear 2nd or Gear 3rd or 4th. At least I didn't think... He might have used 2nd, but I don't think so. But it was really cool seeing Luffy fight in his base form using Haki and stuff against an opponent. that was just fighting him physically. It was a really cool fight. And it was interesting to see that Roddy had the electricity powers like Carrot has. Not going to spoil what's up with those for the anime-only watchers. But Luffy, of course, being a rubber man, was immune to the electric attacks of Roddy. And they continued on with their fight as normal. Then Law's crew showed up. And BB wrecks John Bart. So that, again, showing the strength of the minks, really, that one of them can, one of these little dudes that are just guarding the forest can fight on par with Luffy and just not really break much of a sweat, even just fighting on par with Luffy's base form. And then another one can just wreck John Bart, even though it does look as though John Bart is injured. So yeah. And then it's broken up when Wanda and Carrot come in and toss a red fluttering cape and a banana, which were hilarious. And also, Carrot can toss my banana any day. Wait. But, like, I don't know. The whole fight sequence I thought was really good. And I also thought it was funny right afterward, where Luffy was talking to Wanda and was like, it's like we're on an entire island full of choppers. So, again, really funny, just the jokes they make about them all being animal people and the different animal stereotypes. I love Zoe so much. And again, so far, I hate to keep comparing it to Dressrosa, but it is so much better. After sitting through so many years of Dressrosa, this is just such a refreshing story. So then I really legit was just like, oh shit, when we got the Captain Pedro hype. Like where Wanda yells up into the trees and Pedro's like, okay, Roddy, BB, all the rest of you guys will retreat for now. And then we see all the people rush around out of the woods and find out that Luffy was surrounded all along. He was fighting in his base form on equal footing with one guy when they had a ton of others surrounding him the whole time that he couldn't even sense with his observation haki. So, just so much hype for the Mink tribe. Like, they are so freaking savage. I love this arc. This is one of the darker arcs at times in One Piece, and without a doubt one of the best arcs in the entire series, so I'm just so hyped to see the rest of it play out. Also, we then cut back to the Straw Hats and Law at Kodal City, and they see that it's all ruined and stuff, and Robin notes that she finds the soup, and she's like, okay, this place looks like it's been lived in. This place had to have been standing a week or two ago. This is really, really recent damage. So this could probably mean that Sanji and his group were involved with this. They know what happened. They were here when this happened. So again, interesting to see Robin put all that together. And also the rest of the group finding the giant footprint and the claw marks. And I was like blown back and amazed. Again, this episode being blown back and amazed by a scene when Zoro found the bloody crosses. And again, one of the darker things we're going to see in One Piece in general, or that we've seen in One Piece in general coming up, like the bloody crosses, just Zoro finding them built so much hype, like the detail and everything. And even at the very beginning of the episode, I don't even really think I mentioned it much, but when we just had the few seconds or so where they were just jumping around showing us different scenery, it is so much more detailed, so much more beautiful than Dressrosa looked. And just, the animation is higher quality than I can even explain. Like, usually as a long-running anime, I expect stuff like Fairy Tail or One Piece to, when I watch it, be like pretty crappy animation quality. But this episode and last episode were above a lot of the short-term anime that I'm currently watching for the channel. Like, it's pretty incredible. And then we end the episode with Wanda and Luffy talking, and she mentions that the place is called the Mokomo Dukedom. That's the kingdom that was here that got destroyed just a week or two ago by Captain Jack. And then we see the rain eruption is coming, so she says that she'll take Luffy to where his friends are, and then the suspense at the end was an amazing way to end it. Just the silence and the suspense was great. So overall thoughts for this: animation was damn near movie quality for One Piece, better than a lot of the short-term anime I'm watching. Story and animation both 90 million times better than Dressrosa. The Rhodey versus Luffy stuff was really, really good, and from the manga, I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but it was pretty damn great. Also, the carrot jump sequence, the Zoro finding the Bloody Cross sequence, and the Pedro up in the tree sequence were all incredibly hype and just looked beautiful. And also, we got to see Law's crew again, which was an important plot point because they're our allies now coming into the storyline with us, and we haven't seen them in the anime in quite a long time, honestly. Like, maybe before time skip even, yeah. So, we haven't seen them in a hell of a long time. So, important stuff, and really, really entertaining and, like, amazingly well made. More well made than a lot of short-term animes I'm currently watching, so, great. And because of that, I don't quite want to give it a 10 out of 10, because there are better episodes, but I'm definitely going to give it 9.5 for furries out of 10. Carrot, rabbit boys. But anyway, like if you guys liked that, comment down there, we rabbit boys for life, what you thought about the episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more One Piece, both anime and manga, and a shit ton of other anime, manga, and other things like games and TV shows and other comics and whatnot. And follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there on things with the channel. And that's it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.